at this. Little Stockey and the Miracle of Christmas. Ah, how nice is that? Oh, I love Christmas and decorating. Look at this beautiful tree. Oh, what's in this box? Oh, look, it's a stocking. And here's another one. Oh, it's little Stockey. Little Stockey, the smallest of all the Christmas stockings, had been put into the stocking box for a long nap when one day he opened his eyes. Is it time? He wondered sleepily. He stayed very still so he could hear all the sounds around him. Is my owner moving the boxes filled with Christmas decorations? He practically froze in place, straining to hear the sounds of his old owner climbing up and down the attic ladder. Then he heard it. He heard the noise. It was her. It was time. Wake up, everybody, wake up! He sang, it's time, it's Christmas! Oh, he was so excited, he wiggled all over. Oh. Pipe down, said the big king stocking at the top of the box. We have a few more minutes to sleep. Hey, said the queen stocking at the top, leave him alone. I remember when you used to act the same way. Me? Never! The big king stocking said as he tried to go back to sleep. Our box moved. It's our turn. Sure enough, the owner lifted the box high into the air, descended the attic ladder and the stairway into the living room. Oh, thud! She dropped the box on the floor. Whoa, ho, good morning! We're all awake now, and all the stockings began to yawn and stretch. Oh, stretching felt so good. The stockings had been asleep for 11 months. Little Stockey couldn't wait to get out of the box and see all the other decorations. He loved Christmas and everything about it. Oh, bright sunlight flooded over all the stockings as the owner opened the box. Oh, she said, here are the Christmas stockings. And one by one, she began to unpack them and put them on the table with all the other decorations. Oh, Dad's stocking, you always went at the top of the banister. Oh, and Mom's, you always went right in the middle. And the king and the queen stocking, we never quite knew where you came from, but you've always been a part of Christmas just the same. And then she took out little Stockey and put him on the table with all the other decorations. The decorations were talking at 90 miles a minute in a language only they could hear and understand. It was so exciting. There were the flashing lights and the shiny ball and the big angel and the little house with all of its animals and angels, which always went up first. The Santa Claus, the bear on the bench, and so many more. Each decoration squealed with delight as one by one, they were all put in their special place all around the house. Then it was time for the stockings to be placed, with the biggest first and the smallest last. The owner picked up little Stockey first. First? Gee, me, I'm first, not last? Hey, said the big king stocking, what about me? I'm always first. Not this year, said the queen. And the owner put him on the highest place on the banister. Holy Christmas. He could see everything. There was the little house with its animals and angels and this Christmas tree and the flashing lights and the angel and the tin soldier and all so much more. Oh, hey, everybody, come on, hurry up, he said. Oh. But then a strange thing happened. The old owner started putting all the empty boxes away, and then she picked up all the stockings and put them away too. Hey, what's going on, little Stockey? Asked. Yeah, all the stockings said at once. What's up? You can't put us away. We want to celebrate Christmas. We've been waiting for 11 months. We want to be filled with fruit and candy and toys. Make girls and boys and moms and dads laugh and be lively. You can't put us away. You can't put us away. Oh, yes, she can, said little Stockey. As if she heard them, the owner said, away you go, stockings. It's only little Stockey this year. Only little Stockey? Why? They all asked at the exact same moment. I'm the only one here, so I'm going to use the first stocking I ever received, and that's you, little Stockey. My favorite. Your favorite. Did you hear that, everybody? Little Stockey, when I look at you, I remember past Christmases when you were filled with, fruit and candy and toys and, sometimes jewelry. And there was always a candy cane hooked over your top. See this opal ring I'm wearing? Mom and Dad gave it to me when I was 12. It was the first piece of jewelry I ever received, and you know where I found it? It was wrapped in green ribbon and red paper, way down in your toe. And a lovely smile spread across her face, and a tear came into her eye. Little Stockey blushed as he looked at the old ring. It was beautiful. But won't you be lonely? He wondered. As if she heard him, she said, I'm never alone. I have the miracle of Christmas, and you and I will have a wonderful time. And then the doorbell started ringing, and so did the phone. It was Christmas, and his owner was busy serving hot chocolate and tea and coffee and dinner to those she loved every single day. The weeks sped by, and little Stockey realized that as happy as he was to be celebrating Christmas, he was very lonely because he didn't have any of his stocking friends to celebrate Christmas with. The other ornaments were swell, but it wasn't the same. He tried to make up a song to sing by himself, but no song would come. Why couldn't he be as happy as his owner? She was alone, but she was happy. What made her so happy, he wondered. Little Stockey was so sad, and so mad that he was sad, and so mad that he was sad, that he was mad that he would not let anything cheer him up. Nothing. Not, the smell of cookies baking, or his owner singing, or the people laughing, or anything. So day after day, he was just, grumpy. And then it was Christmas Eve, and the night was filled with the silent sound of falling snow. His old owner plugged in the flashing lights and turned on the gentle Christmas music, and then she sat in her favorite chair, and she pulled out the worn-out book that she read every single morning and began reading in a soft, loving voice. Luke 2, she read, and it came to pass in the city of David, a Savior was born. What said little Stockey? Who was Luke? Who was born? Tell me, I want to know. I want to know. It was the story that she read every single year, but little Stockey never listened, so he didn't know what it was about. But every time she read it, the whole house was serene. Tonight, there seemed to be a glow around her as never before. She folded her hands and placed them on the book. Then she bowed her head and she spoke in a whisper, and there was complete silence. Through the window, little Stockey could see the silvery moon floating in the nighttime sky. Soon the daylight would come. Little Stockey looked down at his toe and realized he was flat. Oh no, there were no gifts inside of him for her for Christmas morning. Nothing to fill him up, nothing to make her happy, nothing to make her smile. What was he going to do? This was a terrible Christmas. He hated it. He wanted to get back in the box with the other stockings in the attic and go back to sleep. He hated being so lonely. He hated not having gifts for her. He hated himself, and he began to cry. Through his tears, little Stockey noticed that one of the flashing lights began to move from its place. It got bigger and brighter and bigger and brighter and bigger and brighter until it landed in the big angel right beside the little house. And suddenly, the angel was alive. Alive? Little Stockey looked and blinked just to be sure. She turned to him and smiled. She looked so much like his beautiful owner. Why are you so upset, little Stockey? For decades, you have brought so much joy to your owner, and you're on the highest place on the banister. That's just it. I'm all alone, and there are no gifts inside of me for her for Christmas morning. Without a sound, the angel floated into the air through the middle of the room right in front of little Stockey and stopped. Oh, holy wings! You are flying! Are you the miracle of Christmas she talked about? No, said the angel. I'm not the miracle of Christmas. It's the story she reads every year. Follow me. Suddenly, little Stockey felt light as a feather and realized that he was floating in the air with the angel. Oh, that's all he could say. The angel led him away from the banister to the middle of the room, where she stopped and gently turned him around. Look, little Stockey, look, she said. He did, and realized that he had always only seen the back of the house. And it wasn't a house at all. It was a stable, and everything in it was alive and moving. Alive? A little Stockey looked and pinched himself just to be sure. There was a baby in a feed trough, and there was a star that shone up above. There was a woman kneeling beside the baby, and the baby seemed to smile a smile that captured the glow of starlight. There was a man kneeling behind the woman with his hands resting on her shoulders. Oh, gently he leaned down and kissed the top of the woman's head. Oh, his kiss made her smile. There were sheep and wise men and cats and dogs and penguins and birds, and they were all looking at the baby with wonder and awe. And on the very top of the stable was a tiny wooden cross that his owner had placed there. It was all so simple and so powerful that little Stockey felt his heart growing warm. This, sang the angel, is the miracle of Christmas. A baby? The birth of this baby who grew to be a man that part of the world came to love and hold in their hearts, and others rejected and never knew. Is he a king? Like the king stocking? He's greater than a king. Saint Nicholas loved the baby so much that he gave gifts to strangers to celebrate the baby's birth. Oh, so he's rich. Yes, but not with silver and gold, with compassion. Little Stockey thought he understood, and suddenly felt a new song growing in his heart. And he began to sing. I don't know your name, don't know who you are, asleep in that manger, under that bright star. Oh, I think that's your mom, I think that's your dad. They both look so peaceful, they both look so glad. Oh, and you'll save the world with a power we can't see. It will be through your spirit that surrounds you and me. We'll be filled with a love that none has ever known. And through you, small child, that deep love will be shown. Don't know why I know that this will be true. My heart is so full with a strong love for you. Soon we will all know that God's gentle hand did bring you to earth and is working His plan. As he finished singing his song, little Stockey began to fill up, but not with fruit or candy or even toys, but with something he had never felt before: joy, love, peace, wonder, forgiveness, and so much more that he thought he would burst with hugs. Oh. And then suddenly he knew he wasn't. He never had been, and he never would be alone. Little Stockey, because of the miracle of Christmas, no one is ever alone. That's why she's happy, he said, as he looked over at his sweet owner in the chair. Yes, because she's surrounded with a love greater than she's ever known. She's with him, the miracle of Christmas. In an instant, little Stockey understood many things. The joy and love deep within his owner's heart that he now shared, that he had been a very special part of her life, why he was the only stocking chosen to celebrate Christmas, and how much fun and excitement he had missed by being so grumpy for all those weeks. He looked at the angel, and the angel looked at him and floated him back to his place of honor on the banister. And now, seeing everything in a new light, he stood guard over his owner and the miracle of Christmas. You'll save the world with a power we can't see. It will be through your spirit that surrounds you and me. We'll be filled with a love that none has ever known. And through you, small child, that deep love will be shown. Oh, little Stockey. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. A little Stockey is filled with the spirit of Christmas. May the miracle of Christmas be with you, because it is every day of every year. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Time to go back in the box? Okay. Let's go back in the box.